Hello. Welcome back to Blue Wolf Cast. Okay, so first I have an announcement. First, I want to thank every single one of our subscribers. Thank you for being here, and all of the ones who will subscribe after this video. Now, first, the news I want to get off is this. I noticed that I've been posting a lot of haul videos, but also DAO content, and not just DAO content, story times, sit down talks, different topics, and so on and so forth. I'm letting you all know, and I know you all see the DAOs, this is Blue Wolf Cast, okay? So whatever I decide to cast is what will be cast. For all the ones who are just here to see DAOs, and no one said they were just here to see DAOs, to be honest, but I'm just letting you know as a preliminary that I'm going to show DAOs. I actually have a DAO I'm going to show in this video today, but because I just have this package lying around, like I say, is this a DAO channel? You can say it is a DAO channel. Is this a blog channel? Now that this channel is a people and blog channel, okay? So you will get a person experience in this world sharing their thoughts and opinions on things, okay? With DAO content sprinkled throughout it. I just want to let you know that. Because I also do hormone updates, I do medical, I do what is it called? Philosophy type of things here, and so on and so forth. Okay, now in today's video, now that I got that out the way, comment below, let me know how y'all are feeling today. I would love to hear what's going on, or if you want to save your comment until the end of the video and see what you want to comment, feel free to do that. For anyone here to see the DAOs, fast forward until you see me talking about the DAOs, okay? But let's get into today's topic. So this is for my ladies, to be honest with you. This is for the ladies. If guys or anyone who identify as a guy or live in their masculine, or what's the word? They're not in their divine feminine. You may not understand what I'm per se talking about, but at the same time, you can take notes if you like. But this is strictly for my divine feminine ladies, okay? Now, this is just something that's been on my mind that I want to do a video for the record, okay? So yes, do it. And first, I want to say this too. I've been watching a lot of DAOs. DAOs is a term that I use to refer to a divine feminine being, okay? We call them DAOs, okay? Granted, why I review DAOs. You get it? Are you following? Good. Now, I've been watching some, and I noticed that some DAOs are in a different line of work that I am. In a certain manner. So I know some girls who associate with gentlemen, and they do like an exchange, a service and then an exchange. So it's like quick money, fast. It's like, all right, we're gonna do this today. Okay, I got this for you. Let me just say it. It's sex work. Okay, people out here I'm watching that's DAOs doing sex work, and I don't shade them, to be honest. I would want to like sit down and have a documentary with them, travel with them, and like learn the ins and outs of what it's like to do that, to be honest with you. I'm just being honest. But for me, where I'm at right now in life, that's not my thing, that's not my calling. I'm not like, okay, there's going to be some words that's thrown out in this video. So trigger warning, here we go. Sexual, Okay, sexual and sex is what I'm going to be talking about too in this video. So it's not that I'm not a sexual being, but I don't know, I'm like really in my divine feminine. Like there's no number I can put on giving my body to someone in those ways. Like $500, $300. I just can't, $800. I just can't put a number on it, give myself to someone and know that they're going to just walk out and be gone. And I just got $800 for that. Now, I don't shade the girls who do that. If y'all don't know the word shade, shade is meaning like, y'all can look it up. I'm going to use some, what's the word? Figure of speech. Shade is a figure of speech. What it means is, it means insult. Like shade is insult. Okay, so I'm not attempting to insult anyone, but and that's where the girls, some people in my community would say, no shade, you know, like no shade, like saying no insult, opposed to saying no insult, it's like no shade. Okay, so if I use that word, that's what I mean by that. I know some girls who get on here and just speak figure of speech, but I don't. And part of me, like, I speak like that sometimes in my, like, throughout the day, but I'm not a person who just come on camera and speak that way. I'm really not. So part of me want to, but it's like, that's not me. Like, I'm not going to be like, no shade, no this, no that, without, like, explaining what I'm saying or what I'm meaning about it. I'm just like that. I especially presenting myself onto this cast today in front of you all, there's people that may not understand that, and I don't ever want to walk through life like people just understand. I want to be universal, okay? Not I want to be. I'm more of a universal type of person, so I rather things to go further than shorter, if that makes sense. Just like with the Dow community, I don't want to be stuck in. We might jump topics, by the way. I'm not going to be stuck in a realm where this is what I do and that's all I do. You get what I'm saying? So like doing DAOs, like yeah, I do DAOs, but I also do more than that. It's more than that. You can't say that this is just a DAO channel because we do more than that. I know some people that I watch these channels and they just do DAOs, talk about DAOs, and they leave it so like this. And it's just like the content to me is not of substance. For me, like I go there to watch DAOs, but I'm not going to get more than that besides a sensation of watching DAOs. You know, here I feel like you can get a sensation of DAO reveals with also dialogue, great dialogue, in my opinion. And when I mean great dialogue is new topics, new ideas, new mindsets, new way of thinking, innovative, state of the art type of thing. So in today's video, I want to go over this, I guess you can call it dating. Personal relationships. I'm writing it down. Type of thing. Some people may call, now partner may be in here too. Partner, but to me, partner is a business. It's like, and I guess in this is like a business. So partner, personal partner, I guess you can, romantic partner, whatever word you want to use. Okay, but that's the realm that we're going to be talking about. Spouse, things like that. Okay. So I have an outline of different types of relationships that I've witnessed in or experience. Well, I have experienced all this. Let me not give too much. But I feel that there are some things on here that a lot of them I had experienced. And some things you don't have to experience everything to say it's not for you. Or, you know, or that's not the route you want to go. Okay? All right. Like getting stabbed, I don't need to experience getting stabbed as deep as a paper cut to know I don't want to get stabbed as deep as an 8-inch knife or whatever you want to say. Okay? And I don't want to talk like that, to be honest with you, but I'm just using it as a metaphor. Okay? Okay. Now, or not even just that, just anything, you know? Like, I don't want to be cold to the point where I don't want to go up to space and be as cold up there where I turn into freeze dried. You know what I'm saying? Because I experience cold. Like certain things, certain degrees you don't need to go to experience it to say I don't want to experience it. You get what I'm saying? Okay, got it. So, to me, there's these different type of relationships. I'm just going to say what I have on my paper. There's the 50-50 relationship, and I'm going to explain this after I lay them all out. So it's a 50-50 relationship, and it's funny that it's 4. Anyone who knows the 8-legged freak, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and my tattoo of how the 4. Okay, here we go. So 50-50 relationship. And then remember, I'm going to explain all these once I lay them all out. So there's the 50-50 relationship. There's the full provider relationship. There's services. That's referring back to the dials I was talking about earlier. Kind of like the category they fall in. And then there's paid for relationship, meaning, and all this is coming from the person of the divine feminine, okay? Okay. Now, let's go to the 50-50 relationship. You start there. So the 50-50 relationship is, to me, the most common relationship that we see nowadays, is the one where everyone's trying to keep a balance. Whew. I had a protein shake earlier, and it got me like a little acid because of my lifestyle medication. That, if y'all haven't seen that video, go check it out. It's called Lifestyle Maintenance. Okay, it's really interesting. So back to it. So the 50-50 relationship is where everyone's trying to break even. So it's like, okay, you in this relationship, okay, you pay the rent, I pay the DTE, or I pay the electric bill. All right, you got the big bill, okay, you paying the big bill, I'll take care of these cable bill, this bill, that bill. But everybody using the pot that they're pouring into. Okay? Okay. That's that. Or you pay for this dinner, I pay for that dinner. Or I pay for dinners and I pay for the rent, but you pay for any exterior activities for you and the kids. Okay. Or what have you. To me, that's the 50-50 relationship. Yeah. Yeah. Now, the full provider, and after I lay out what these different terms mean, I'm also going to go and talk about the difference of opinions of each one of them as well, okay? But first, let me get across what each one represent. So the full provider. Now, this is the category that, to me, is the most divine feminine. But it's also not the... immediate as well, as if the one that's called services, which I'm going to talk about soon. So the full provider to me is the one who is a full provider. To me, this is the one that is the divine masculine and the divine feminine meet. Okay? In the forms of receiving and providing. Okay? By the way, this is all about receiving and providing. All right? That may be the title or somewhere in the title. Now, the full provider, these are the relationships where you see the girl. Now, don't get me wrong. Usually, the full provider have that lady, and she looks her best. She's pristine. She is great at communicating. Far as like she don't talk too much, but she don't. She know how to stand. She know how to be divine, feminine. She know how to request. She knows how to live in that divine feminine. She knows how to go to Pilates. She knows how to go to the fitness center. She knows how to drink a protein smoothie in the morning. A shake in the morning. She knows how to take her dog for the walks, and she knows how to maybe call the housekeeper to get them to do this, get them to do that, or she knows how to orchestrate some things. So she's a great orchestrator. Okay? If I can describe her, she's an orchestrator. All right? Definition of orchestrator. Because to me, music is a vibration, and that is life, sound, waves, okay? And I think sound travel faster than light, I want to say. Yeah. Now, with her orchestrating and arranging, okay? Not arranging just music, but arranging the relationship. Okay? That's why they say, who runs the world? Girls. You know, everybody don't live that mantra. Everybody don't live the happy wife, happy life. Everybody don't live that. But a true orchestrator arranged everything that she's in. Okay? Meaning like, she knows what position she's in because she chose it. She didn't submit to that position. She seen that position and was like, you know what? That's the one. She chooses, and they pick. Okay? They can pick her all day. Pick, you know, they can try to pick her all day. But she's not a pick me. Pick me meaning pick me. She don't have to do that because she's too busy choosing. Okay? On my MP3. And I'm going to do a lot of movements in this video for y'all can really digest this. And y'all should do this at the club too, because now y'all have a meaning to what this is. She's too busy choosing. When do she have time to be screaming, pick me? She's too busy choosing all the ones that's picking her. Okay? Okay. Going through the files like this too. Not this one. Oh, that one maybe get a option. Okay? She's too busy choosing. Not pick me energy. So, And the provider on the other end is the one who now a full provider don't know sometimes that he wants to be a full provider until the right one shows them that that's what his job is to do. Now, granted, to me, all masculine energy wants to fully provide. That's what they're most attracted to. A lady who have standards. I mean, standards. Every man can't reach someone's standards. But a great orchestrator, the male would not even feel it. Okay? And it's a very much, that's why they say, oh, it's hard to get a full provider. Or some people use this term full provider as, oh, you want a sugar daddy. They use it on these terms and it don't even make sense. I don't know about y'all, but I'm not out looking for that. That's not a value. Because what a sugar daddy gives me on the days that we hang out or when we are apart is temporary. I require what you have even when you're not here. And for that to be a thing, it needs to be in contract. Okay? Okay. I'm in business. I have contracts. And I don't want to talk too much about it, but I have contracts. And our goal isn't to have this open communication forever without no intent to sign a contract. We pick a contracting date. Same thing in this. A contracting date needs to be in your mind as the feminine energy of when you would like this done. Meaning, in these terms, called marriage. Proposal. Okay? That's what needs to happen. Not like, oh, I need to get married with you. No, it don't work that way. It works in a way of like, first off, you be honest. You be upfront. You know, it's a time and place to do it too, though. You don't want to be like, well, I met you. Well, listen to me. If you're not paying all my bills, if you're not paying all bills, we not exclusive. You're not mine, I'm not yours. You can't claim me, I can't claim you until all bills are paid. You can continue to pay for this dinner, but that's it. Because I'm not yours and you're not mine until all bills are paid. Clear understanding. But but say it nicer than that. You don't want to be like, oh my goodness, you know, because even in business you don't want to talk like that. Like, you want to say what you say and mean what you say, but maybe like something like this. I'm spending a lot more time on full provider because I'm going to tell you why I am after I go off the line. We have 2 more after this. And y'all can do as y'all please with this information. But I'm currently dating and getting to know people. And in this realm, you have to move and have an idea of where you want to go. If not, you're just going to be swindled anywhere. But anywho, so maybe it goes something like this, you know. There's this saying called communication is our friend, but clarity is our partner. And I have to communicate this with you so I can get this form of clarity, where we both can have this form of clarity. You know, I require all bills paid. I'm not yours, and you're not mine. We are not exclusive. Until all bills are paid. We are not together unless all bills are paid. You know, I'm very appreciative. You can pay for this meal, and that's about it. But I'm not yours and you're not mine until all bills are paid. And I just had to gain that clarity in this before we can even keep this up. Thank you for listening to me. So, like, there's a way of doing it. It don't have to be like how I did it in the beginning of how it was like so like that. You know, you can do it sweet. You can do it with a sweet voice. But I'm not going to sit at dinner with no one knowing our intention. Okay? Just like in my business. I'm not going to just give them the run through of what we offer, what we can do, right? Because that's the business side. That's the service side. Okay? And then be like, okay, well, it was nice talking to you. No, then we're gonna be like, and if you want to move forward, our next step after your orientation, your next step after tour would be our finance part, finding out how much you're willing to put down, if you want to apply for any of our assistance, or if you have any, if you need time to get a private loan, you will then contact our financial department, and then from there you will set up with us a contracting date, and that's how it will go from there. So would you like to proceed with your next appointment with the financial department? So then that way we can do that. And then once we get a date, we then talk about, okay, so in a financial appointment would be the day of your going over the full contract and your fees and coming up with a date. Coming up with a down payment amount so we can gather up your monthly payment for your tuition. And then after that, we'll then, like I mentioned, we'll then contract you in once we have that arranged moving forward. You don't go on a date and then, oh, this food is good, okay. How's this? How's that? What's going on there? What's going on there? Oh, did that? You did that? All right, yes, plan another day. All right, we got another date. That's like planning another tour. And they coming in and eating up your snacks and drinking your water and getting the luxury feeling of coming to the salon and, and doing all that. No, the next step needs to be clarified. If they're not ready to move forward in that way of, like I just mentioned, all bills paid, because that's just what is required for what's on the paper, right? A full provider. So if you're dating, personal relationship, partner, you need to communicate that if you're fell in the realms of full provider, and that needs to be communicated. All bills paid. That's what makes a full provider. For no confusion. Remember, clarity is our partner, communication is our friend. Okay? And the reason why I say clarity is our partner is because clarity, you have clarity. Communication, that's just our friend. But clarity, that's our partner. Okay? Okay. Now, let's move on. I think I went over that enough. because we're going to get back to everything. Services. Now, this is where I was talking about earlier about the dolls that I was talking about earlier. How I see sex workers, escorts, girls who paid for her time. I'm not going to use that term because I don't know what it means. If anybody knows what a 304 mean, comment below, because I don't know what a 304 is. I be hear the girlies say it, but I don't know what a 304. I want to say it means HOE, ho, but I don't know if they're calling themselves a 304 as in like it means something different, or are they really calling themselves that? I don't know. Okay? But services. To me, the form of relationship with services is like, okay, I give you this for this. Boom. And I don't think it's illegal, to be honest, because you're just being rendered your time. Is it safe? No. No, it's not. And I see why they have a law around it, just to protect the community, because it can get really, really bad out there when you are in that line of work. And I see how the girlies stay in it. And I'll be silly not to be on this camera and don't tell you all that I never got offered. I've got offered for my time in that way, because people can't fathom being a full provider. Think about the world. People like things fast. People like things quick. People like no commitment. People like, not all people, I'm just saying people. People like easy. People like, and I won't put easy in that, because I think easy is very subjective, like extremely subjective, because being a full provider to me is easy. Like getting a full provider is easy to me. Just as much as it is easy for, but it's not, it's just so many people willing to pay for it and just be done with it. That's what I'm trying to say. It's just, that's the easy part, because it's not easy, it's convenience. They like convenience. Convenience. It's just convenient for me to just pay you to be quiet, be done with you, and then I hit you up when I hit you up, and maybe we can do it again. And it's just like, and people make a business out of it. They do. The girlies do. They become, girls pay for her time, and then it gets farther and farther. First it starts with just their time, then it goes to this, and then it goes to that. And it's just like, me personally, I'm going to leave my opinions out of it for now. Is it the worst one on this list? I can't say that. I cannot say that. Have I ever thought about it? Yes. The ranges, I'm a person who talk about prices. The ranges are all over the place. Some people get paid $200 for an hour, meaning like whatever you can do an hour, you get paid for that for $200. Some people get paid $500 to $800, I hear, an hour. And whatever you do in that hour, you get paid, and then that's it. I know some people who get, I hear it in music, people paying girls $2,000 for a whole session, and people get paid that, and then they build their roster in that realm. Me, I think only people who do that is in a survival state, to be honest with you. Because I've studied it, and I'm still studying it, because I'm studying, I love studying people that's like in the lifestyle as me, as being a doll, because I am a doll. My grandma called me her baby doll. The difference is I'm a baby doll. You know, I'm a baby doll. I think some of these girls are, I don't need to put no opinion on that. I could speak for myself. I'm a baby doll. So I see these people, these dolls who is in that line of work, and they be taking 2, 3, 4 people a day, and it goes beyond that. I think sometimes, I don't know how much they be doing a day, but they be working, and it'd be like so many people throughout the week. I'm like, oh my goodness. So you just make a living off this. But I'm not judging it, because who to me to judge? You know, I frowned up and look at people who work behind a register and do things like that, and be like, oh my goodness, like, not like in a sense of like shaming them, but like in a like, whoa, like that is a lot for so little, you know, type of vibe, you know, that vibe. And y'all know what vibe mean. I think vibe is now like a dictionary word. But yeah, it's like, you know, I'm gonna say it, no shade. No shade. It's just a lot. It's a lot that I see that they do for so little. And it do be little, like, that's back to what I was saying earlier, like $800, $500 for me to have me fully and do, you know, yeah, we agree on what we're gonna do, but like, I don't, it's not about that I don't even like you, but it's like, this is it. Like, this is it. What you set on my nightstand is it. That's it. That's it. It don't go further than that. Maybe you become a consistent client. Maybe you become, you know, and remind you, this is what I've been witnessing. But the girls make a business out of it. They travel, they do this, but they are working, like literally working. Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. And they make more than, you know, someone going to get a job somewhere. They do. But it's like they are working and risking their lives, you know. They are literally risking their lives for that. And it's just, you know, I feel, I'm gonna get emotional. I don't want to get emotional. I'm not going to get emotional because some of the girls are just good at it. They are just good at what they do. They love what they do. They like what they do. And that's just what that is. And I'm just leave it at that. Now, speaking of me, I think also I can't speak too much in it about the service girls. It's because I have a whole corporation, you know. I have a beauty school. I have a salon, you know, that I'm running and growing. Um, and you know, which is a business in itself. So they're just another business girl. When I watch them, they are legitimate business entrepreneurs. That's just the way they do their work. And I'm not knocking them, you know, because that's just that, you know. I just have something. I have actually what do we call it, a landmark. I have a storefront, you know, that is by code, by his license, by his, you know, legit, you know, in that type of sense. Um, and that's just what that is, you know. And am I going to say on this camera? I cannot. Have I ever thought about it? I have. I'm like, okay, what if I do have him come over? Because, by the way, my rate is always high. Like, not like to do those things, but there's people that wanted to video chat me, and I'm like, you know, you got to make a contribution for my time. Like, if you want to contribute $500, first off, these people who does that is usually really like to be busy like that, they are really, really cheap, you know, cheap. But that's business. Like, and even in a salon life, like the more clients you have, the more you do a day. If you're doing like 6 people a day, it's more of a chance that you are doing lower paying clients than the person who does 2 clients a day. Typically, they are at, well, this is my world. You know, I used to charge X amount of dollars when I was a behind the chair stylist. I still am, but when I was doing back behind the chair styling, then my price was like, let me just do the rundown. I started off what I do now, like for like maintenance of natural hair and just a blowout and so on and so forth. It was like $25. Then it went to 25 to 35. Then it went to 45. Then it went to 85. Then it went to 100. Now it's at. Then it went to 140, and so on and so forth, and so on and so forth. But just off the numbers I just threw out on camera, it has really elevated. But not only just elevated, my skills elevated, my professionalism. Well, I always been professional, I always had great skills, but you know, my techniques got more efficient, my timing got better, my location got better, you know, the environment got better. It's now I only do like majority private appointments, one-on-one sessions. So like, trust me, I'm not just charging when I'm charging just to charge it. It's for the whole experience. And, you know, we do very well. And so on and so forth. Now, if you want more of a discounted rate, you would go see our scholars. But our scholars is at, by the way, and yeah, so I just look at it as like, that's why I do that, because I'm like, this field is very thriving, and I promote people to get their education. And it's not about education, it's about getting your skills, getting that trade, getting that getting in a lane where you are good at and thriving on. Of course, you want it to be of legal things, or not even legal things, just something that is legit and safe. Okay, that's it. Now, like I said, did I think about it? Of course, I'm not gonna sit here and think I didn't. We live in America. Like, what? And I'm gonna be honest, the girlies, they be so many guys. I'm gonna just be honest, like, okay, so many guys, when they see a beautiful, and gentlemen, when they see a beautiful woman, like any of my ladies out there, y'all know, they be wanting, sometimes they be wanting to get, you know, come see you, especially when you put yourself out there. They be wanting you, and they be wanting you now. And you know, it'd be like, I never thought too much to have someone actually come over and like do anything like that, like for money or for my time being rendered. No, absolutely not. But I put my mind in that and was like, what would that be like? And my mind always be like, that's risking my life. For what? A couple $100? $1,000? Like, oh no. I'd rather curl hair. you know? And make great money. I'd rather, do what I do and do it well than put myself out like there. So that is services for partners, because all this is still a relationship. That's just what y'all agreed with. And then, yeah, dating. The last one is pay for. So this is what some people may call a cougar, or whatever they want to call it. Not necessarily always, that's not it. Some people pay for older guys, some people. This is the lady who I've met women like this. Pay for couches for guys, put things in their name for guys, help build their credit. This is a funny name. I follow this one lady, Shira7. She says Barbara the Builder, like Bob the Builder, but Barbara the Builder. Barbara. Speaking of, oh, I think I might want to get rid of my, I don't know. Let me stop. I was thinking about my breasts, not my breasts, my Barbie extra minis, and I was like, Barbara, because you know Barbara is the original breasts, and Barbie, not Barbie, I keep getting confused. All these bees, Barbie name. But anywho, Bob the Builder, Barbara the Builder. So this is the lady who builds a man. Okay, I'm gonna pay for this for him. I'm gonna pay for that for him. You basically buying him, okay, for his company, his time, and y'all relationship. I don't think there's much need to be said about this. This is absolutely ridiculous to me. This is not divine to me. This is of masculine. And no shade, it is masculine. And not just masculine, it is absolutely masculine. And to me, it's the opposite of being fully provided for. This is fully provided for is the ultimate feminine to me, but ultimate feminine. And then the paying for is of masculine, and it's of low confidence. But at the same time, like, I'm not even gonna shade them, because you know why? I'm not even gonna like insult them. You know why? Because I get it. I get that too. I had thoughts about that too. What if I just, you know, he's cute, he don't got nothing but besides his physical appearance. I don't need him, but you know, but my thing is, I never had to pay for a guy, but like when I say pay, I mean in like, let me bite the bullet and pay him to just come over here. Not pay him, but like, to me, I'm paying you, allowing you to come over. That's how I look at paying. Like, oh, I didn't buy nothing, but I'm a good host. I'll have like fresh this out, fresh that. You can drink my water. You know, you can enjoy my heat in my house. You know, come over. To me, that's paying for a guy. That's and then all y'all do is exchange sexual activity or like cuddling and movie watching and time. To me, that's paying for a guy. To me, that's just my opinion. But some ladies go as far as like, I'm gonna go buy him some food, I'm gonna go do this, I'm gonna give him gas. I don't know, that just make my hair hurt thinking about it. So I ain't gonna go too much about it. But have I thought about just allowing some hot guy, cute, youthful, you know, in my age range and all of that? Yeah, but I'm like, I don't feel like I'm paying for him. Like, he ain't offering to take me out. He ain't, that's not it. And when he is, he's like, so I'm like, no. But some people do it, and that's just, I had to put it on the list because that is a ram. So I feel like I hit all of them. So we got 50-50, full provider, services, and pay for, meaning like paying for a gentleman. Now, let's go into, for me, 50-50, absolutely not. To me, that neutralizes itself, and a relationship is not even there. Okay? The reason why I say, this is my opinion time, the reason why I think it neutralizes itself, it's like you might well not even be in a relationship, because all you get from that relationship is a waste. But that's where people, then where that 50-50 coming in at, that's where I think people start filling the blanks in, like, oh, it's because I love him. It's because it's like, do you not love yourself? You can't love yourself, because if you so focused on loving another, you can't love yourself. And like, don't get me wrong, I love every cell, I love every ounce of everything in this universe. But I don't need to go around proving that. I'm not about to go 50-50 with no man taking me out of my feminine, my divine feminine, and not let me live my princess baby doll life just to have you there. I'm not built like that. I have family members that do it. I have friends that do it. Well, I have family members that do it. I have associates that do it. I know people that do it. I don't think nothing's wrong with it. I promote whatever y'all want to do. Some people, it aligns with their religion. It aligns with whatever it is. And to me, sometimes it don't align with their religion, but they go against that too. Because a lot of religions, they say, okay, I ain't getting into all that. Now, I'm going to save the one that is more for me last. Services. I'm not gonna say absolutely not on that. I'm gonna be honest, because I gotta think about it too. Like me going on a date, I have a date coming up. Well, they said it, but word don't mean nothing to me. I mean, words are like irrelevant, so they can say anything. I don't know, but it's up in the air of a date Sunday. Which I'm going to get into that too, if I have time. Services. To me, that is a service. Like me going on a date with them and allowing them to pay for food. You know, I'm eating the food, but they enjoy my company. Even a full provider is a service to me. Like, I'm in your presence and you fully providing for me. To me, that is a service in its own light, but there's different levels to it. But to me, the difference between a full provider and services, the difference that to me is really different is that it's just a quick exchange, like, huh. Like, huh. You know? And like, it's like a currency. I don't know. I just feel like the amount of effort you gotta do something is a currency just as much as physical money is. The amount of physical things you have to do is just as much effort as that. You get what I'm saying? But it comes to different levels. Like somebody having sex with somebody may be different than they're like, you know, that's easier than me having to go on a date with somebody and talk to them. You know, so it's all about how it's looked at. But to me, it's like your physical body, like giving that to them is where the service comes in at. Like, okay, now they can do this, now they can do that. It's like, I don't know. It's I'm not gonna fight this. There's really a thin line. I mean, it's so thin. It's so thin on the difference between a full provider and a service. To me, it's like the cross between the two is full provider is someone who continue to invest in you before they get what they actually want from you. Another difference is a full provider is someone who's paying all this, engaged, proposed to, getting married, and then they get what they want. And make sure that marriage too if they decide to divorce you in 5 days, you still get the benefits of taking what you need to take from them for going through all that. And it's not taking, it's just what's rightfully yours. Because you move in with somebody and they decide to kick you out because what have you. No, because to that, no, you got married with me? What? You're going to have to sell that house. Give me my half. You put me through all of that. So, to me, a full provider is that, you know. And maybe I need to update that word to, like, just provider. Like, I think the full part is throwing me off. I think it's just a provider. Services is just, like, to me, a person who paid for something, but, like, what their intent is, like, oh, I know I'm getting this from you today. Like this, all I want from you is this. here you go. That's a service. But a provider is like, I want more from you, and I know I ain't getting none of it today, but I'm going to still provide anyway. That's the big difference. Let me charge my camera really fast, change the battery, and I'll be right back. Okay. I'm back. Camera's charged. So yeah, so back to what we were saying. So we went over 50/50, we went over provider, we went over service, and we went over pay for. Those are just some terms, names that I decided to use. So yeah, so the pay for, like I said, I think we left off on pay for. Pay for me is the ones who is in their masculine. The ones who's in their feminine is the ones who get provided for. And I think us as individuals, as ladies, should be mindful of what we're giving and what we're receiving. Because sometimes we feel out of the loop, or we feel depressed, or what they call it, imposter syndrome, because we've been stepped out of our feminine, if we giving too much. So that's where I look at these whole thing, is how much we're giving. 50/50 is just a roommate at that point. It neutralizes it. I don't think that's a romantic relationship at that point. That's just how I look at it. For some it works. I think maybe if it was a business deal, like business, maybe that will work for sure, like a business partner. But for masculine and femininity energy to exist, I don't think that works. It doesn't work. And trust me, I've been in relationships with like same gender. Like, I always been feminine, but before my transition, if y'all don't know, I am trans. Ooh, I never said that out loud. I don't consider myself that, but it's just a dialogue I use here on this planet, because that's what some people's minds can only register. So I'm going to just use it for that. Just like I use the word and in the. Anywho, so before transitioning to more in the divine feminine, I was kind of like both in a sense. Like, I'm still am, but like presenting wise, and it's also acting too. So I know what I never felt comfortable being in those relationships, because I'm like, what? You want me to do what or what? Like, oh my goodness, like that type of energy always in my divine, and always didn't feel good in it, because I wasn't being fulfilled I wasn't feeling myself in my divine feminine. So I think those things on this notepad should be remembered if you want to remain in your divine feminine. And also for any guys out there, if you really truly want to, and we're talking about the ultimate here. Like, you can have sprinkles of this, sprinkles of that, all of that. But I'm talking about the divine, the ultimate, okay? Okay. Now, if you want to be the ultimate masculine, you have to be a provider, and that's just what that is. If not, you go with 50/50 then, but you're not in your divine feminine. Go with services. I don't promote none of it, but go with it. Be safe. Yeah, or like I say, if you're a guy, be a provider. Be a provider. And that's just on that. Is there anything else I wanted to add on that? So like I said, I have a date coming up on Sunday, but like I say, it's in the air, because words mean nothing, only actions do. So this is the first time I'm meeting this person. And I already told you what I'm going to lay out when I'm across the table from them, when I was mentioning about, all bills paid. But yeah, it's like you have to set it in stone right away. Don't waste your time, because do it in a way that you can do it, and let that be that. Because if somebody get offended that fast, it's like they don't like you like that anyways. They just passing by, or a placeholder, like, all right, this let this just hold its place for now. You know, and I'm just not none of those things, and never will be one of those things. Um, you know, and part of me want to like tell them now, like right now, even though I was like in the beginning, like very on like, because my standards for me, for my lifestyle, I need someone to make at least 6 figures. And also, you can't just make 6 figures and above, well, 6 figures and have a whole bunch of kids at home. So I have to make sure you don't have a whole bunch of kids at home. I gotta hope, you know, are you single? Like, what's up? What's going on in this situation? And it's nothing about money. It's also about standards and status, because when you talk to somebody who's below the threshold, sometimes they wrapped up in some other things that doesn't even fit with my lifestyle. I've noticed with my lifestyle, people who make 6 figures or above fits with my lifestyle, can even handle my requests. So I have to be realistic in that sense as well. So when I first met this person, I laid it out. First question was, um, does the 6 figures apply to you? You know, and they was like, yeah, it does apply to me. And they told me what they did. A mechanical engineer, retired. I'm just retired on Social Security. Um, you know, and I don't want to get too much in their pockets, but they got some stuff set aside. So I'm like, okay, I felt comfortable enough to give you a date, just for I can lay out that I require all bills paid. If you want this to go further, I'll give you a date, you know, but that's not just going to be any date. I'm also going to request this because I'm not staying at the date unless it's giving this vibe. By the way, I don't celebrate any holidays. I commend them, but I don't like celebrate them. Okay, I celebrate them in my own way, I guess you can say, but that's not my way of celebrating. I celebrate every day. I don't celebrate because it's a holiday. I celebrate every day. I acknowledge that it's a full moon, but I'm not celebrating because it's a full moon. Every day is a celebration. I just acknowledge certain things, okay? So, yeah, so, and I take what I want to take from things and so on and so forth. So, it was this, I'm talking really fast right now, I know. But it was this, because I want to get to the dial too. It was this thing that came in my mind, like, you know what? Because I went on a date with somebody else and I felt awful. And whenever I feel awful, it's like, what can I do to not feel this anymore going forward? Because I'm not about to repeat this. So one thing that I done, I let somebody take me on a date and pay for food and do all that and drinks. But I've noticed that didn't inspire me. The first thing I said when I seen him, I was like, no flowers. And it just came out of natural instinct. I was like, no flowers? I just felt like the effort was so down that I was so grossed out by it. Like, thinking about it right now, I can taste like metal in my mouth. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, it's that gross to me. And I was like, no flowers? And his response, like, on the first day? Like, is that something that supposed to happen? I'm looking at him like, yeah. And I was like, you know, acting all pouty for a minute. I got back to the conversations and stuff. He was like, oh, I got you next time. I got you next time. Words don't mean crap. Was it next time? I'm gonna wait. Okay. So, like I thought. So, going forward, I need to be treated like it's Valentine's Day. That's just what it is. If I'm leaving my house, if and my ladies know, for ladies to really present, like, I have no makeup on right now. I just did skincare. By the way, I just got this new medicated skincare from my doctor that prescribed it from this place that, if you watch my lifestyle maintenance video, you'll know that pharmacy I get it from. But they have a glow cream. My skin feels so amazing. But anywho, so I was like, yeah. I'm like saying to myself, like, yeah, you know what? It need to be treated like Valentine's Day. So he planned Sunday, so I got all this time to lead up to and hint to this person that I want a huge what is it called? A huge bundle of flowers, a bouquet. There we go, bouquet. A whole huge bouquet of flowers. I want a vase in it. I want, you know, I want the works. I want it to feel like it's Valentine's Day. You know, because it's been almost a year and I haven't met you in Valentine. You missed Valentine's Day, so this person need to make me feel like it's Valentine's Day on Sunday, and I'm gonna hint that. And if I walk in that restaurant or wherever place he choose well, restaurant or outing that he chooses, and if I walk in there and I'm not greeted with abundance of gifts, baby, you do not belong in my presence. Because if I'm not greeted with gifts, I don't want it. If I'm just coming here to eat dinner for you, I feel like I'm falling into the service. And also, I'm feeling like I'm also falling into a 50-50. And also, I'm starting to feel like I'm paying for this by getting my makeup done, getting my hair done, doing my skincare. I spend a lot of money on things. So I'm using all these products, all these things to display in front of you for a dinner. No, it doesn't work that way. I needed to feel grand. So this person need to make me feel like it's Valentine's Day. I want flowers. I want whatever, a bear. I don't care. Give me something, of niceness. I do care, of niceness. So getting closer to it, I'm going to start talking about it. I'm not going to really mention it right now. He texted me saying good morning and stuff. I think I may mention it today and be like, yeah, I am looking forward to Sunday. I want you to make it feel like it's Valentine's Day for me because, since we missed Valentine's Day together this year or something like that. And then start, I don't want to keep mentioning it though. So that's why I'm like, you know what? I think I'm going to say it now and then be like, oh yes. Remember, I like flowers to make me feel like it's Valentine's Day, and then kind of just keep hinting it and then adding to it leading up to Sunday. By the way, today is Monday. So beginning of the week to the end of the week. So I think today is a good start where I can start throwing in requests, throwing in that. And if I walk in there and I don't see him handing me gifts, this is a plant-based vegan red velvet cake, handing me gifts and so on and so forth. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna sit down and say, you know what? I'm gonna say, oh, if he says he don't have any gifts for me, I'm gonna say, you really don't? Okay. And I might even take off my jacket just for he can see it all. See it all, I'm like, oh, you don't? Oh, that's so unfortunate for you. You know what? I just have to, Clarity's my friend, Clarity, and all of that, and then probably lay that out on him and then say, actually, I'm actually leave too because, I don't like the fact that me and you've been talking about this. I told you I wanted to feel like Valentine's Day, and dinner alone is not that. I've been saying all these things, and this is how you comment. It's fine, it's cool, but I'm gonna leave. I want you to go ahead and enjoy your dinner, but I'm gonna leave. And then leave and never talk to that person again and keep it moving, because that shows me that that person isn't taking me serious. That shows me that this person really is not interested. And it's not even about me at that point. It's about what somebody displaying to him that they want, and this is how he do it. This is how he put his best foot forward. What do I have to look for in the future? A next date, another time, texting him, doing all these things. For what? For what? For that? No, you can miss me with that. So that's where I'm at with that, and that's what I'm going to do. I just want to let you ladies know that of where I'm at currently in my life, because I think a lot of people can learn from this, and I enjoy talking about things like that of growing up my life. So this is the Dow. By the way, I've been listening to, I'm about to open the box, by the way. I got this Dow from eBay. I got a good deal on this Dow, given the fact that these Dows typically sell for like $180 to $200 and something dollars. I don't think they're like 180, to be honest. I think they're like always like 2 something. But I think I may see one low in like 190 or 180. It's the Bratz Forever Diamonds. Because one day I woke up and I was feeling, what did I feel before I listened to this album? By the way, I never really got fully into Brett's Forever Diamonds. I listened to it and I enjoyed it. But this time it spoke something different. You ever listen to something and... Actually, this is going to be a little loud. Let me open this and I'll be right back. Okay. The girlie is out the box. Well, the shipper. And I just had to contact the seller because it looked like she's missing the ring that comes with For Us. Like it says real jewelry for you, for your Bratts in you. So it has the one for the Brat, but not for me. And that was the main reason why I wanted this, to be honest, because I wanted where I could wear it for me in the Brat. So, and in the picture, it clearly shows a ring and also the neck choker for the Brat. It has a neck choker for the Brat, but not for the ring. So I just contact them and see what they can do. And this box is really like dusty and beat up. But this is the Forever Diamonds. It says, as seen in the Brat's Passion for Fashion DVD. It says certified real diamond jewelry for you. And then it has Chloe. I got the Chloe one. It's the Forever Diamonds. They did it with this one. So I don't know no other. I don't know. Maybe Barbie did. I hate to always try to compare the two. But the fact that Bratz give out real diamonds in their dolls is amazing during that time. It's like, what? Chloe looks so good. Now you see her black faux fur. Her black faux fur is like on her face a little bit, but overall she looked good. She does have like a little lip defect, but it's not terrible for me to be too mad. But I think by me spending $100 on this now, I think I spent $90. You would expect the dial to look pristine, at least. That's just me. I'm at that point in my connoisseurness where I need my dial to be pristine. But other than... Hold on. Neither or there. I like the doll. She's gorgeous. And I'm happy to have her because, like I say, I listened to... And she's like the tan Chloe. She's like really super tan. She looks really good. I love that. And she's fabulous. I have a thing, though, with blue eye dolls. I don't know. It's like... Because I feel like they oversaturate the doll market with blue eyes. That is like... It left like a bad taste in my mouth, to be honest. So every time I buy a doll with blue eye, even though when, my collection, I've been really good not overbuying blue eye dolls. Of course, I like Chloe because Chloe's great, but I'm very mindful of it because I just don't want a lot of blue eyes. I just don't. I just don't personally. And I don't know how many blue eye, brown eyes or any other color eyes that they did with Chloe in the Bratz line, so I most likely will be stuck getting a lot of blue-eyed Chloes. But giving the price I got this down for and how much it sells for, and it's still in box. But like I said, it says new in the box, but I don't see this ring that it's advertising, so I'm gonna see what the seller says. And the back is like really like taped up, so I'm gonna have to take her out of this box because I don't want to display this box. Like, I just don't. This box is like a box that I definitely will be taking this doll out of. Like, I have other dolls in their boxes, but their boxes are pristine if you checked out my previous videos. Yeah, so that was Chloe Forever Diamonds. Yeah. I can't even read the back because there's all this sticky stuff on it. The one of the kind something sprinkle when. You step into the spotlight. You shine like diamond. Yeah. I missed a couple words because it got all this tape and stuff on it. But yeah, that's her. I'm happy to have her in my collection, connoisseur. I'm gonna see what the seller says and see if they can either take some off or what have you. So they come with like feet, which is interesting. Like, why do you come with this line? I thought was so interesting because I've noticed all the Chloe's, not Chloe's, all the Brat lines in the Diamond Forever come with like a pair of extra. Usually they come with a pair of extra shoes, but they come with a pair of extra feet, which is like, I don't know, like what's the symbolization with that? I don't know. It's like such a interesting thing to me. Like, why do they come in with extra feet opposed to? Because it's not like a swimwear line. It's literally like high glam. I don't know. Maybe like at home. I love it. I just love it. And the fact that it comes with a real diamond, which is amazing. So I'm happy to have her in my connoisseur. And stay tuned to the next video. I know this video was very informational and an update, but keep an eye for more videos like this and maybe a sneak peek of one of my connoisseur dolls that make a grand appearance, because you got to think this is very intimate for me to show you all, because this doll will be in my possessions forever. You know, I buy very intentionally. So my doll and meaningful. My dolls that I pick have a strong meaning to me, and I love it. And she have like these little like silver like things on the side of her face. I don't know if y'all can see her. Like on the side of her face, like a little silver thing. You'll see her better when I take her out of the box. And she'll be in another video when I'm taking the dolls out of the box, because I love to like have an open discussion and talk to you all and then present something that I love so much, which is my plastic little dolls. Given the fact that I see myself as a baby doll, thanks to my grandma calls me baby doll. And the funny thing is, I'll tell the story one day, but she was the first person to like, she got me a baby doll. And don't get me wrong, I wasn't even never interested in baby dolls, like baby dolls. I've always been into Bratz, like fashion dolls, but she got me a baby doll, which I used to be into like big stuffy tuffies, like big stuff, like teddy bears and stuffies, but not like baby dolls. So she got me one, but I actually used to, when she gave it to me, I loved the baby doll. Like I actually, like out of all the gifts, I was like, because I'm usually express when I don't like, it's not really my cup of tea. But when she gave me the baby doll, I just like the baby doll. You know why I like the baby doll? Even though I was into fashion dolls, I like the baby doll because she knew I wanted a doll. She knew I was into dolls. She knew I liked to play with dolls. And she just got me a baby doll, and it was like so sweet. My mom got rid of it, threw it away because she didn't want me to have it for whatever reasons. And but it was just such a sweet moment. And now my grandma called me her baby doll. It's like ever since my transition. So it's like, I don't know, it's like a full circle moment, and that just means so much. Like I can't wait to get the tattoo of it. It's just. And then I collect dolls, and I've been collecting dolls. And the dolls, and even people who know about our community, like the trans community, the LGBTQ plus community, wherever you want to call it. I'm not part of none of it, but in reality, in what people would perceive, they would put me in that, and it's fine, and it's cute, and it's whatever. I'm open to it. I love the community. Don't get me wrong. I just don't like to be a part of anything. I like to be part of myself, but I'm not gonna knock it and say and sit here and say I wouldn't be considered a part of that. I get it, and I'm proud to be too as well at the same time. But anywho, trans girls are called dolls. Like, oh, that's one of the dolls. Like it's the dolls. So, like I say, I'm the baby doll. But anywho, I'm gonna end the video here because I don't want to ramble too much longer. Make sure y'all subscribe and comment below. I really generally appreciate it, and I'm looking forward to chatting up with you all in the comments. And not just that, just like y'all enjoy your life. Don't feel pressure to do anything. Don't feel pressure to do anything. Everything I just said about the servant, the 50-50, the provider, and paying for anyone, you do you, you know, take this information with a grain of salt. This is my life. This is how I live my life. Um, for my choices and my decisions and my understanding for myself, this is what I choose, okay? With that being said, I love you all because I love myself, and have a good one.